Hello and welcome to Classy Handmade. So I hope you are doing well. So I'm here to show you what I've made for my Yarny YouTube hop video. And this is, I think it's the third year, and it is hosted by Kim the Crafty Nomad. So I used, and here are my materials that I use. I use some wire. I use like 3 different colors of yarn. I use some pink, I use some green, I use stuffing, I use some yellow, and I also use some blue, which I don't have anymore. And they're all number 4 weight acrylic. I think this is probably a number 3. And I got it a while now. It's a very big ball, and I didn't have the ball band. And I also use this. And you're probably wondering, what did she make with all these things? So I use that. I use some wire. I use 3 different colors, 4 different colors of yarn. I use a needle. I use scissors. And I use a 3.5 millimeter hook to make what I made. At the end of this, when I show you what I finished, what I made, I did do a little video showing you what I have made and how I went about doing the process of it. And the wire that I used, I bought this wire when I first made it. I used some wire that I recycle out of some flowers that I had, and it was much thicker, so I went to Michael's to buy some wire because I didn't have any more, and I bought this. It's very thin, but I should have gotten a thicker size. I think this is a 22 gauge wire. I probably should have get a thicker wire. Anyhow, now that I know, next time I have to get thicker wire. So, for me, spring is all about flowers, things coming to life and so on. So, I will show you what I have created. So, here, this is what I came up with. I made some tulips. Here in Arizona, I don't think, in where I used to live in New Jersey, I used to see the tulips coming up used to have these tulips coming up all, when you know it's spring, when you see your lawn full of like tulip looking flower. I didn't think it was quite tulip. There's a name for it, but anyhow, I like tulips. So I made these pastel tulips. And I have these little stems that smell very nice, and I make a arrangement in this crystal vase. So I have, I think, four I think the only one I don't have 4 of. So, but I know I made 4 of each color. That means I didn't finish 2. Anyhow, I think the vase is full enough. I have 5 yellow. So let me show you the difference. So this is the wire that I got from the flowers. It's much stiffer. Let me put my vase down. It's much stiffer. See, it's stiffer. It's thicker, so it's stiffer. The one that I got from Michael's, it's very, I thought because it's floral wire, it would be able to stand up more. It's very floppy. So be mindful, if you would like to make this, do not buy the 22 gauge wire. Buy a thicker wire. So this is my flowers, my tulips. I hope you like, and I will link Kim the Crafty Nomad channel in the description box, so you can go ahead. I think she will have a playlist where you can hop around. It's the Yarny YouTube hop, so you can hop around and see all the makes that everyone is making. And here is my contribution, my vase of tulip flower. Maybe I should just, I think because too the vase mouth is a bit wide, so, but I'll continue to look around and see if I could find some stiffer wire, and I'll continue maybe making some more other kind of flowers and adding to my tulip bunch. So but this is my flowers. I'm gonna have to, it's all drooping because of the wire. But thank you for joining me. I hope you like. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and continue to watch and hop around and see what everyone else made. So thank you, and thank you, Kim, once again for hosting the Yarny YouTube up. I totally enjoy it, so I can't wait to see what everyone else makes, and I know I will enjoy it. So thank you, and I'll see you. So if you would like to make this for yourself, I will attach a clip showing you how I made my tulips. So thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye, and have a good day. I'm going to go ahead and thread my I-cord maker to make my stem for my flower. So I'm just going to put it on a tapestry needle so I could get it through the I-cord maker. And I'm going to drop it through the middle of the I-cord. Make sure that it go all the way through. Now you grab that, take off your tapestry needle. And we want to make sure that we tighten this because sometimes it could come loose. So we're going to take our yarn. Are we going to go to the front of one hook, then come to the back of the next hook, to the front of the next hook, and to the back of the next hook, and then we're just going to bring it there, and there is some loops here. We're going to weave it through. But when you're doing your I-cord, you got to make sure that your yarn is not tangled, that you have enough, you know, tension and so on. You must have enough tension on your bottom of your I-cord. So you grab the end. So you just grab the end and just do a couple of rows slowly to make sure that you're getting that started and that is going right. All right. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and just turn and make a long enough I-cord to cover our wire. So just go ahead and make your I-cord. So this is a great way I use my I-cord to make my stems to cover my wire. So I could see that my I-cord is coming out. So just keep the tension on the bottom and keep your working yarn loose, making sure that it's not too tight, and just keep cranking. It takes time to make the length that you want. So I'm going to take my wire and I'm going to insert it into the middle of my I-cord. Okay, might take a couple of tries, or if you want, you can. I'm just going to wait until I finish, because when I first did it, the wire was a little bigger and it was much easier, but I couldn't get any of those wires, so I have this thinner wire here. So I'm going to just going to wait until I finish my I-cord, and I'm going to show you how to thread that wire through your stem. So I'm going to work on mine off camera, and I'm going to come back and show you how to take it off the machine, and then we're going to attach it to our flower. So I have the desired length that I want for my I-cord. I'm going to take it out and bring it this way. So, and then just work, and it will come off the hook. And then you just pull it through. You cut and leave about a 6-inch for sewing. So I'm just going to cut and leave enough for sewing. So you're going to see you have some ends here. So you need your stuffing, your tapestry needle, and a pair of scissors, and your stem. So I have my stem here. I'm going to get the wire, and I'm going to insert it. I think my stem is, let's see, you could make it as long as you want. So I'm going to just thread my wire, but I'm going to bend the end. It's going to make it a little easier to go through the I-cord. So if you think your I-cord is too long, you can always ravel out some of it to make it a bit shorter. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and so I have my wire in there, but you always need like this 4 little loop thing here, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that. Okay, so grab your tapestry needle and thread your tapestry needle, the end of the stem on your tapestry needle. Okay, so we're going to take our flower, these 4 loops. Let me zoom in a bit so you can see what I'm doing. These 4 loops here, I'm going to go through the first one. Do not pull it too tight so it would loose out. Okay, and then I'm going to go into around here of my flower, and I'm going to sew. Then I'm going to go into the next one, and I'm going to sew it onto my flower. So you're just taking these 4 loops and you're going through it, and then you go through your flower. I'm on the last one. Sorry about that. It seemed like my phone died. I was about just on 5%, so it just went dark. So okay, you're going through the loops, and then you're going through your flower. So that's how you attach your flower, and then you just pull. Oh, sorry, just pull. So you see, it's attached. If you want, you can just go through, like in between the 4 loops, you could just go through and just, you know, just to give it some extra security, and just keep going through the stitches. So you go there, go through the stitch, and you see here you are, your piece is attached. So you use those on work stitch when you take it off to attach your flower. So here I am, I'm just going to tie it off inside because it's all attached. Cut you could cut it and then leave whatever ends inside, because when you stuff it, you're not gonna see that, okay? So you just turn it back like that. So what we're going to do now, we're going to, if you want, you can just take the end of your tulip, of the stem, the wire, and you can just push it up into the flower if you want, just to secure it. I take my wire and I got a little piece there, so I'm just going to bend it so it don't come out from. So you see, my flower could bend in any way I want it to bend. Could straighten it, I could bend it. So we got our stem attached. Let's stuff our flower, our tulip. So put some stuffing in there. You need your tapestry needle to sew it up. So grab your tapestry needle and thread your tulip end of that you left, the yarn, and you're going to stuff your tulip, and you're going to count from where you finish 12 stitches. 1 2 3 4 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, and you're going to go right into that 12 stitch opposite, and you're going to pull close. You're going to go through it a couple, like maybe 2 times. So that's 1, and this is this. Okay, then you're going to take this end and put it like that. Make sure your stuffing is down. So you should have like 6, like 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then you should have 6 too. So you just go through there and you pull that end, and you go through it a couple of times, securing it. So that's how it's going to look. Then you're going to go on the opposite side and you're going to do the same thing. Just put your yarn needle through and pull it to make that. So you're probably going to have to do it a couple of times. There's lots of tutorial on YouTube to do tulips, but I never see how they do the I-cord, but this is how I decided to use my I-cord maker to do this. So make sure you're going through it a couple of times to, you know, secure that middle, pushing your yarn stuffing down to make sure it's not coming out. Then you could just pinch your tulip, make sure you're stitching them properly. So you see, you just go through the top a couple of times, and there you go, voila. So my yarn needle came off. I'm going to put it back on, and I'm just going to go and secure my stitch. So I like to go through the bottom of it to secure it. So I didn't want it to go in the stem. I just wanted to go through at the bottom here, somewhere here. And then I'm just going to fasten it off at the bottom here. And we're finished with our tulip. So I hope this was easy for you to understand, and that you can use your I-cord maker to make some stem for your tulip if you do decide to make the tulip. It's a quick and easy. You could use it if you don't even put the wire in it. You can use the I-cord maker and just make some. I gotta make sure I secure this wire because it seems to be giving. The first set I did, I used bigger wire, and then I ran out. I used actually some jewelry wire that, no, was it? No, I had some old flowers and I took the wire out and I used that, but I don't have any more to finish it up, so I went to Michael and bought that wire, and I think that wire is a bit too thin. So if you do decide to make this and use the I-cord method that I show you, make sure you get a thicker wire, at least a wire that is thick like this and that it could bend, because I find this floral wire is giving me a hard time to go through. So I hope you liked. Thank you for joining me, and don't forget to check out all the other YouTubers that is putting out their video of the Yarny YouTube up. And our first edition for this year of 2024 is the spring edition, and this call is hosted by Kim the Crafty Nomad, and I will link her link in the description box below. So thank you, until next time, enjoy.